Okay guys, so I did tease to this last episode. We're going to be doing something in here that is a little bit different. So in your regular figure eight cars, you go into the corner, you turn hard, and you pull the e-brake, which is great. It seems to work fantastic, but there's got to be a better way. And what I've come up with, I'm not really sure if it's better, but I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to make it so overly complicated that it's going to be either completely useless or change the game. So what my plan is I've built this. It looks like crap, but this is version 1. I'm probably going to come up with version 2. It's a self-centering air valve. So now this is only half the plan. Actually, to be honest, this is about 1/3 the plan. So my plan is to have this gear clamped to these rad hoses. So when I'm driving, I can go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, and only lock up one wheel at a time. Is this going to be a game changer? At this point, I'm really not sure. But this is only one piece to the puzzle. There's quite a bit of pieces to this puzzle. And so first thing we have to do is we have to mount this with gear clamps. I've built it to mount with gear clamps, so I'd like to mount it with gear clamps. I gotta put it in a position that I think is going to be best for me when I'm driving the car, which I think is going to be like honestly right there. I'm going to leave the mechanical e-brake in this car just in case this air valve fails or I've run out of air, and we go from there. Now you guys are going to say, like, what do you mean run out of air? Are you just going to have an air tank? No. This car is going to have a complete standalone air system inside of it. Is this going to hurt the derby car? I don't know. Is this going to overcomplicate the derby car? You got it. This is just a mock system. If this does not work, it's going to come back out. So, would you guys like to see the other parts of this system? I think some of you would. This is going to be so overcomplicated that it's either going to make this car completely undrivable and it's going to be taken right back out, or it's going to completely revolutionize the way that we do this. See, my original plan was to put a trailer axle in the back of this thing and then have like electric brakes on the trailer lock up. But I was worried that if you get hit, the magnet would release and then just screw up. So this way here, I still have the mechanical e-brake, which is going to be nice as a backup. And then I'm going to have hydraulic brakes to each side. So let's go show you guys some of the other pieces to this system. Let's get going. So here is my onboard air system. This thing is right off Amazon. Now some of the reviews say this is the best onboard air system they've ever had in their off-road trucks. That's what most of them said. There was 1 or 2 reviews that said they burnt their truck to the ground, but we're just gonna promptly ignore that. Apparently this thing turns on at 90 PSI and turns off at 120, so that's gonna be really nice. That's gonna fit our application perfectly. But this is only 2/3 of our system here. Let's go see the final chunk of this system. This is a hydraulic e-brake setup off Amazon, hooked up with air cylinders that are quick spring retreat. So my plan is to have that air compressor feed the valve that I showed you, feed these air cylinders, which controls the brake lines to the back. Overcomplicated? Yes. Is it going to work? I have no idea. Let's get this in there as a quick test mock-up. So let's get going. Oh my God, I've been working on this thing for a couple hours now. And you guys want to see what I got done? Now, a lot of you guys don't really know that I am actually a millwright by trade. And not a great millwright, I don't think, all the time, but sometimes I'm a half-decent one. But I do love to overcomplicate a system whenever I can. And what do I mean by that? Oh, I mean this. Ready? I'm just going to turn the camera around. We have an onboard air system. I might shorten up the mounts. It's just tack welded for now. Down to this double air cylinder. Actually, to be honest, it goes to the air valve, to the double air cylinder, and then these 2 brake lines go all the way to the back. But I think I may have messed up and used the wrong brake line. I don't think that's very tight. So we might have to redo some of these. So I haven't really used this thing yet. Let's plug in this air compressor. Like I said, some of the Amazon reviews on this thing were really good. I'm gonna come up with a better system how to hook this up, that's for sure. Some of these reviews were really good. Some of them were really bad. Wow, that thing builds pressure quick. So it's supposed to turn on at 90 and turn off at 120. That thing really builds pressure. Let's see if it turns off. I can see the airline getting more and more pressure in it. Small air leak by the sounds of it, but that's pretty cool, guys. Okay, now let's make our way over to the air cylinder and then down to this. Ready? So I think the hard part's going to be turning this thing to center. I don't think these brake lines are the right brake lines because of that play. Wow, that thing builds pressure quick. But ready? I think this thing's gonna work out really good. So there's still lots we have to do. We have to get the right size brake fittings, apparently. We have to weld this to the floor. We might change that up a bit where we actually make it a little bit tighter to the post to post. But honestly, I'm liking this thing. I have never seen somebody else have this complicated of a system inside their car. Is it gonna pay off? I'm not sure. Am I gonna try to have fun with it? So we're gonna do a whole bunch more tinkering around on this. I think this is where I'm gonna end this video. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter video. I guess I have to order new brake line fittings and all that fun stuff and see what we can do for that. But do you guys think this thing's gonna work, or do you think it's just too much? I think I'm gonna have some problems with that air valve, but maybe I'll have to rework the air valve. Maybe I'll have to try to find a different air valve. Maybe I'll have to put 2 air valves. I don't know. Maybe I will have to actually go to an actual reputable air dealer instead of just Amazon. I don't know. But I like it because it's manual. I like it because it's got no electronics to that. The only electronics we have is to the actual air compressor, so there's less points of failure that way. What do you guys think? Do you think this is going to make this derby car better, or do you think this is going to make this derby car not good? Leave your well, I guess it's not a derby car. I guess it's a figure 8 car. Leave your comments down below, guys. I'm always interested in hearing from you because I don't know. We have to come up with new ideas somehow, and we need to change the world for derby. So maybe this might be it. Maybe this might be a dud. Who knows? What do you guys think?